Good morning, students. Today our topic is refraction. What is the definition of the refraction? Means bending of a light ray at the boundary of two media when it travels from one medium to another is called refraction. So when it travel from one medium to another, here the light ray is traveling from one medium to another medium at the boundary of these two media. It is the boundary of these two media. At this point, it can bend. It can bends towards to the normal, away from the normal. Actually it is traveling like this path, but it is not traveling along this path. It will bends towards or away from this normal. If suppose it is moving from a rarer medium and it is a denser medium, if it is moving from where to where, rarer medium to denser medium, means it bends towards to the normal, టువర్డ్స్ టు ద నార్మల్. అంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఈ పాత్లో ట్రావెల్ అయ్యేది దీనికి బెండ్ అవుతుంది టువర్డ్స్ టు ద నార్మల్ వెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రావెలింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ రేరర్ టు డెన్సార్ మీడియం. ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ if it is the light ray, if it is the light ray is traveling from, it is the incident angle of incidence, when it is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, denser medium to rarer medium, so it is the actual path it will be travel, but it bends away from the normal. So here this normal makes an angle with the refracted ray. This is called refracted ray. So the angle makes normal with the refracted ray is called as the angle of refraction, and here this normal makes angle with the incident ray is called as the angle of refraction. So normal with refracted ray is called angle of refraction, and it is the incident angle. So this bending, that means here it will be bending, means there is a change of this direction. So here the light rays are traveling from one medium to another medium. What happening? You can observe the change of this direction. Automatically here the change of direction means automatically there is a change of velocity. There is a change of velocity. This change of velocity is depends upon the refractive index. It depends upon the refractive index. What is the refractive index definition? It is the strength of the medium. Actually it is the strength of the medium. So refractive index means speed of light in air to the speed of light in medium. In which medium it is traveling, that is the speed of the medium. If suppose in case of it is traveling in a glass, when the light is traveling in a glass, what is the speed of the light in that glass means? So the refractive index for this is indicated with a letter n. The refractive index of the glass is equal to 1.5. Then what is the speed of the light? So speed of the light is equal to 1.5 is equal to refractive index is in the glass, that is 1.5. Speed of the light in air is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and the speed of the light in glass. So speed of the light glass is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 upon 1.5. That means what is the value we are getting? 2 into 10 to the power of 8. So normally in air, in which how much speed it is traveling? 3 into 10 to the power of 8. But in case of medium is changes, automatically it is the velocity is decreases. That means in case of rarer medium, అంటే ఎయిర్ కంటా మనం ఎయిర్ కన్నా గ్లాస్లో మీడియం స్ట్రెంత్ ఎలా ఉంటుందమ్మా? ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ వాటర్ నుంచి వెళ్ళి గ్లాస్లోకి ట్రావెల్ అయినా వాటర్ కన్నా గ్లాస్ యొక్క స్ట్రెంత్ ఎక్కువ. సో రేరర్ మీడియం, డెన్సార్ మీడియం, ఇక్కడ టూ టర్మ్స్ ఉంటాయేమో, రేరర్ మీడియం, డెన్సార్ మీడియం. డెన్సార్ మీడియంలో ఎలా ట్రావెల్ అవుతుందంటే తక్కువ వెలాసిటీతో, తక్కువ స్పీడ్తో ట్రావెల్ అవుతుంది. అదే రేరర్ మీడియంలో అయితే ఎక్కువ స్పీడ్లో ట్రావెల్ అవుతుంది. So in which of the following medium the light velocity, the light speed is more, in case of rarer medium or denser medium? The answer is rarer medium. So if suppose here the light ray is traveling from this diagram, you can observe if the light ray is traveling from a rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards to the normal. Automatically here this speed is decreases. automatically refractive index is increases. రిఫ్రాక్టివ్ ఇండెక్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే ఆటోమేటికల్గా స్పీడ్ ఏమవుతుందమ్మా, డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. స్పీడ్ డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే ఎందుకు అంటే రిఫ్రాక్టివ్ ఇండెక్స్ ఈజ్ ఇన్వర్స్లీ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు ద స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ the speed of light in that medium. In that medium the speed will be decreases, automatically refractive index is increases. So in case of denser medium, speed is decreases, it bends towards to the normal. So if suppose the refractive index of this material is equal to n1 and this material is equal to n2, then if suppose particular angle of incidence, we are getting the refraction angle like this. If suppose we can change the incident angle like this, it will be traveling like this, but it bends like this manner. So but at the time it is the incident angle is I2 and it is the angle of refraction is equal to R2 and it is R1 and it is I1. So here one condition is observed, that is, what is the condition means, the sine of incident angle of first case I1 upon sine of refraction angle R1 and sine of angle of incident I2 and sine of angle of refraction is R2. That value is equal to, we are getting some constant. That constant value will be directly n2 upon n1. n2 upon n1. Here also n2 upon n1. So this one is written as n21. This one written as n21. So here the light rays are traveling from one medium to another medium, one medium to another medium, rarer medium to denser medium or denser medium to rarer medium, but the sine of incident angle with the sine of the refraction angle is equal to the refraction angle. What is that? Refractive index of the second medium with the first medium. Here the light rays traveling from one medium to another medium, first medium to second medium. At that time the ratio of the ratio of the refractive index of the second medium to the first medium is equal to the sine of the incident angle with sine of the refraction angle. So this one is called as the Snell's law. What is that? Snell's law. What is the definition of the Snell's law? Snell's law is equal to sine of the incident angle to the sine of the refraction angle. అంటే మనము ఇన్సిడెంట్ యాంగిల్ చేంజ్ చేసిన ఆటోమేటికల్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ యాంగిల్ కూడా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. బట్ సైన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ యాంగిల్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు సైన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ యాంగిల్ యొక్క ప్రపోర్షనాలిటీ కాన్స్టెంట్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. అంటే I1కి R1 దానికి ప్రపోర్షనాలిటీ కాన్స్టెంట్ ఎంతైతే వచ్చిందో I2 R2 కూడా సేమ్ అదే వాల్యూ వస్తుంది. సో దట్స్ వే this proportionality constant is same. So that's why this one is given one law, that is called as here Snell's law. What is the Snell's law means? The ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction, that is equal to n2 upon n1, that is nothing but n21, also written as n21. What is that? N21 means refractive index of second medium to the refractive index of the first medium. So then if suppose n2, what is the value of n2? n2 is equal to, what is the refractive index means? Speed of the light in air is c upon velocity of the light in that medium is v2. If suppose in that refracted medium the velocity is v2. If suppose in n1, c upon v1. n2 by n1 is equal to, what is the value we are getting? v2 by c into, again it will become reciprocal, so that means c by v1. Sorry. Here n2 means c by v2 into, it will become reciprocal v1 by c. C get cancelled, v1 by v2. Once again, n2 by n1 we are getting the constant value. So n2 by n1 is equal to, n2 means n2 by n1 is equal to, n2 is equal to c by v2. Up into upon c by v1 can be become as reciprocal v1 by c. C get cancelled, v1 by v2. So what is the Snell's law? The final Snell's law is equal to sine I by sine r is equal to n2 by n1, that is equal to n2 by n1 is equal to v1 by v2. If suppose the velocity of light's ratios are given, then you can determine this value or this value will be set. So this is the Snell's law. Sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction, or the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, or the velocity of the first medium with respect to the second medium, is called as the Snell's law. Okay, so if suppose the light ray is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards to the normal. If suppose the light ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Next, in that, lateral shift. What is the lateral shift? Is here it is the glass slab. It is the glass slab. Clear to listen? Here the light ray, it is the incident ray, it is the air, and here it is also air. It is the incident angle. Rarer medium to denser medium is traveling. It is the incident ray. Actually along this path it is traveling. This dotted line gives the actual path. So it is the correct path. It is actually along this path it will be travel, but it will bends towards to the normal. Why? Because it is moving from rarer medium to denser medium. So again it bends towards to the normal. If suppose again here this light ray is traveling up to this interface, it is the refracted ray. Again here this interface, it is the incident ray. This is the incident ray, that is called as the I2, and here it is called as the I1. So again after this interface it bends away from the normal. Why? Because it is moving from denser medium to rarer medium. At this point of interface it is coming from rarer medium to denser medium, but here along this interface it is coming from denser medium to rarer medium. Here bends towards to the normal, here bends away from the normal. సో చూడమ్మా, ఇక్కడ ఎంత యాంగిల్తో ఇక్కడ ఎంతైతే బెండ్ అవుతుందో సేమ్ అదే యాంగిల్తో ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకు బెండ్ అవే అవుతుంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద బెండ్స్ అవే అండ్ హియర్ బెండింగ్ టువర్డ్స్. So at that time, what is the thickness of this glass slab? How to measure? So here I can considering some points. It is the point A and it is the point B, and it is the normal perpendicular distance. If it is this point is C and this point is D, how to CD is the perpendicular distance between the emergence ray and this is the incident ray actual path to the, it is the emergence ray, that means outcoming ray, and it is the incident ray actual path. So what is the lateral shift means? It is the perpendicular distance between the actual path. So along this path actually the light rays travel, but it will be traveling like this path. So here get refracted, again here get refracted, but here this path and this path both are parallel. Why? Because how much it will be bends, and the same path it will bends here, but there is a lateral shift. There is a lateral shift means there is a path shifted along this path to this path it will be traveling. So at that, by using this you can calculate the thickness of the glass slab. How to we can calculate it means, so you can observe this diagram. It is the angle of refraction from this triangle A to BD is nothing but the thickness of the glass plate. So from this triangle cos r is equal to cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is nothing but here AB by hypotenuse is nothing but here AC. And similarly sine of I minus r, sine I minus r, here where I minus r means, so here this total is actually along this path. If suppose it is traveling, this is the I, in that you have to subtracted r. This angle is called as here I minus r. This angle is called here I minus r. Then sine I minus r is equal to sin I minus r is equal to sin theta is equal to, for this right angle triangle, opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side means CD upon hypotenuse is nothing but here AC. Okay, so then CD is nothing but here the lateral shift. What is the lateral shift means? Actually along this path the light rays travel, but so at this interface it will bends, and at this interface it will bends and change this path, and it will be traveling like this. Okay, so here this CD is the perpendicular distance between the actual path to the emergence ray path. So CD is nothing but here that lateral shift. It is the lateral shift. CD is equal to AC into sine I minus R. Sine I minus R. So here AC is equal to, from the above, AC is equal to AB by cos R. AC is equal to AB by cos R into sine I minus R. So AB is nothing but thickness. So T by cos R into sine I minus R. So it is the lateral shift. Lateral shift is nothing but here actual ga light అనేది కంచెల్లి ట్రావెల్ అయిందమ్మా, ఇక్కడ బెండ్ అవుతుంది కొంత. ఎందుకు బెండ్ అవుతుంది? బెండింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ ఎందుకు అవుతుంది? రేరర్ మీడియం టు డెన్సర్ మీడియం కాబట్టి ఇట్ బెండ్స్ టువర్డ్స్ టు ద నార్మల్. అండ్ హియర్ బెండ్స్ అవే. ఎంతైతే మనకు లోపలికి బెండ్ అవుతుందో సేమ్ అదే విధంగా ఇక్కడ మనకు బెండ్స్ అవే అవుతుంది. బట్ కాకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది అంటే పాత్ చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది. అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ ఈ పాత్కి ఆఫ్టర్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్, ఫస్ట్ అండ్ సెకండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి చేంజ్ ద పాత్. సో ఈ ఫస్ట్ పాత్కి, యాక్చువల్ పాత్కి, రిఫ్రాక్టెడ్ రే అయినాకు వచ్చిన పాత్కి మధ్య ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ డిస్టెన్స్ని ఏమంటున్నామంటే లాటరల్ షిఫ్ట్. సో దాని లాటరల్ షిఫ్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఫార్ములా T by cos R into sin I minus R. If suppose, so lateral shift, how to determine the lateral shift of the glass slab thickness? T is given, incident angle is given, and refraction angle is given. Then you have to calculate by using this formula. Okay, it is the lateral shift. Next one is real depth and apparent depth. So if suppose it is the water, in that water it is the coin. Here is the coin. So if suppose here you have to view the coin, so actually it is the light rays traveling from, it is the in water, it is the air. It is a water and it is the air. సో ఇదంతా వాటర్ కంటైనర్ అమ్మ. ఈ వాటర్ లోపల మనకి ఏముందంటే ఒక గ్లాస్ కంటైనర్ తీసుకొని గ్లాస్లో మనం ఒక కాయిన్ వేసాం మనం. సో ఇది కాయిన్. ఈ కాయిన్ ఎలా మనం చూస్తున్నాం అంటే లైట్ రే అనేది దీని మీద ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయినాక రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయిన పార్ట్ను వీ కెన్ వ్యూయింగ్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద light rays going from where to where means it is the water is the denser medium, air is the rarer medium. Automatically along this path, but it will bends away from the normal. When it is moving from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Bends away from the normal. So మనకు ఇలా బెండ్ అవుతుంది లైట్. సో ఈ పాత్ నుంచి ఈ పాత్కి ఇలా బెండ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇలా బెండ్ అయినప్పుడు మనకి ఎక్కడ కనపడుతుందంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ ఉన్నట్టు కనిపిస్తుంది. బట్ యాక్చువల్గా ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈజ్ లొకేటెడ్ హియర్. The depth of the object is h2 is the real depth, but the apparent depth will be appear here. సో మనం చూస్తున్నప్పుడు ఎక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది అంటే పైకి ఉన్నట్టుగా కనిపిస్తుంది ఆబ్జెక్ట్, బట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈజ్ లొకేటెడ్ ఎట్ హియర్. సో హియర్ O is the object and I is that image will be appear like this here. So then what is the refractive index of this medium? What is the refractive index of this medium? So how to determine means, so we can assume some triangles here. So from here it is the, if suppose it is the incident ray, how to measure the incident angle means at that point you can draw the one normal. This normal makes angle with incident ray is called as the incident angle. This is the incident angle and it bends, this is called as the angle of refraction. So if it is the incident angle means here also I. Why? Because if it is I, ఇక్కడ 90 degrees ఉంటుందమ్మా. ఇది I అయితే మనకు రిమైనింగ్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది యాంగిల్స్ ఎంత ఉంటుంది? 90 ఉండాలి. ఇది 90 అయితే ఈ రెండింటి యొక్క సమ్ ఎంత ఉండాలి? 90. ఆటోమేటిక్లీ ఇది I అయినప్పుడు ఇది ఎంత ఉంటుంది మనకు? 90 మైనస్ I. ఎంత ఉంటుందమ్మా? 90 మైనస్ I. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ ఇది 90 మైనస్ I అయినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఎంత ఉంటుందమ్మా? I. కంపల్సరీ ఏమంత ఉండాలి? I. వై? బికాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ 90. సో ఈ యాంగిల్ ఎంత ఉంటుంది మనకు అంటే 90 మైనస్ I. సో 90 మైనస్ ఐ సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తేనే ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ ఎంత వస్తుంది. మరి ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ ఎంత వస్తుంది దీని ప్రకారం చూసినా 90 మైనస్ ఐ అలాంగ్ దిస్ పాత్. ఇక్కడ ఐ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ రిమైనింగ్ యాంగిల్ ఎంత ఉంటుంది 90 మైనస్ ఐ. సో ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఐ మీన్స్ హియర్ ఆల్సో ఐ, హియర్ ఆల్సో ఆర్ మీన్స్ హియర్ ఆల్సో ఆర్. సో సింపుల్ యూ కెన్ assume some triangles. So first triangle from sin I is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse is equal to here O to B. And similarly sin R is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse IB. So sin I is equal to AB by OB, sin R is equal to AB by IB. So then what is the refractive index is equal to? Refractive index is equal to sin n to 1. Here the n to 1 is equal to sin I by sin R, sin I by sin R, n2 by n1. That is equal to here AB by OB, sin I is equal to AB by OB into, again this will become IB by AB. So here AB get cancelled. Then what is the value you are getting? IB by OB, IB by OB. Here IB means IB, it is the IB and it is the OB. If you are looking here, if suppose you have to move to here near to this normal line here, if suppose you have to view here, if suppose like this manner, if suppose you are viewing means this incident angle will be very small. If suppose this incident angle is very small means automatically here the path of light will be coming. Then from O to I, this O to B, this I to B will be taken as the IA and O to B is taken as the O to A. What I am saying, I to B is taken as the IA. Why? Because here you have to viewing from this point. So then I to B is equal to IA, and if suppose from here to O to B is taken as the O to A. So then IB by OB. IB means here this depth is called as the apparent depth. Actually this depth is called as the real depth. So then what is the formula? Refractive index is equal to so this depth is called as the IB is called as the apparent depth by real depth. If suppose when any coin you have to viewing, that coin is in denser medium, if suppose you are viewing from rarer medium, then what is the refractive index of that medium is equal to apparent depth by real depth. If suppose we are viewing from that one is in a rarer medium, you are in denser medium, then formula will become reciprocal, that is a real depth by apparent depth. Here the refractive index is equal to apparent depth by real depth. Next case study, in that if suppose it is the earth and it is the person is viewing the sun rises. So here if suppose the location of the sun is here, so it is completely vacuum and this dotted line in that air is the medium. In the dotted line air is the medium and here it is the vacuum and here it is the air. Here the light ray is coming where to where means vacuum to air. Where to where? Vacuum to air. If suppose here this sun ray is coming from like this vacuum to air, but it will be bent like this. So automatically, so the real that person imagine, so the sun will be appearing here. That means actually sun is here, but advanced sunrise is appeared by the person because of the refraction. So that will be appeared like that. So because of refraction it will appear like that. And similarly sunset is also happening. So advanced sunrise and delayed sunset due to atmospheric refraction. Manaki atmosphere lo jarigetatuvanti refraction. So refraction, here the light rays traveling from vacuum to air. Vacuum to air means it bends away from the normal. Rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards to the normal. denser medium to rarer medium bends away from the normal. Okay, so advanced sunrise and delayed sunset because of the refraction. సో దీనివల్ల మనకి ఎంత అంటే అరౌండ్ హాఫ్ డిగ్రీ వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. సో మనకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్ గివెన్ ద ఎర్త్ టేక్స్ 24 hours టు రొటేట్ వన్స్ అబౌట్ ఇట్స్ యాక్సెస్. హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ డస్ ద సన్ టేక్ టు షిఫ్ట్ బై 1 degree వెన్ వ్యూడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఎర్త్. సో యాక్చువల్గా కంప్లీట్గా ఇక్కడ పర్సన్ ఉన్నాడు. సో మనకు 360 degrees ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ కంప్లీట్ రొటేట్ అవ్వడానికి ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర సన్ రైజ్ అయింది అనుకోండి, ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర సన్ సెట్ అవుతుంది. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి రావడానికి కంప్లీట్ 1 rotation అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ 24 hours. 1 rotation is nothing but, so time taken for 360 degrees shift is nothing but 24 hours. So time taken for 1 degree shift means 24 by 360 degrees. 24 hours means 24 hours 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 6. In case of minutes they will be given the answer divided by 360. 0 0 cancel, 6 1s are 6 6s are and 6 4s are, that means 4 minutes. So 1 degree shift అవుతుందంటే ఎంత టైం షిఫ్ట్ అవుతుందంటే 4 minutes. How much? 4 minutes. So here also examples you can view. So actually object location is real depth and it will be appear like this. So this is the operant depth. And next one is here, it is the lateral shift. Okay, actual path, it is a perpendicular distance between the actual path to the emerging ray. Okay, so this is the lateral shift. These are the examples of the refraction. These are the examples of the refraction. Lateral shift. By using lateral shift we can determine the thickness of the glass slab. Okay, and here it is we can find out the real depth and operant depth, and we can early sunrise and delay sunset. These are the examples of the refraction. Okay, bye students.